sports. This week has been one good week, and I'm honored to introduce our very own and a new analyst for Y254 Sports, EZRA. Kadhi, welcome the guy from Kiembu, a radio sports producer. How are you, my friend?
I'm quite fine, thank you, Mr. Solo. Doing well, ready to ramble and rock.
You are ready for Kenya versus Tunisia from the way you are dressed. Are we good to go?
No doubt about that. Tomorrow will be a big day tomorrow at the Rugby Football on North African grounds. And we are rooting for our home team, the Simba. I'm so much optimistic that they will definitely carry the day.
Before we discuss about Kenya versus Tunisia, you were in Embu for the Embu Sevens. How was that event? I did not manage to get there.
The event was well organized, although there were some hiccups due to the unavailability of the stadium. A day earlier, there was a political rally in the stadium, so more about the logistics to do with the politics and the sports. They were a bit hampered, but the organizers did a very good job in reorganizing and strategizing very fast. The tournament kicked off very well, but the Rocco team didn't do so well, the Embu Rugby Football Club. Everyone was rooting for it, but the Samurai team, which was led by Humphrey Kayange, carried the day. But all in all, it was a very good experience even to the Roccos in Embu. And they are hoping for the return of the season again when the tournament will come back to Embu next year.
Well, rugby is taking a very good part of Kenya lifestyle at the moment, and tomorrow at the RFUA will be Kenya versus Tunisia. The Simbas, Simba Nimoja, will be going ahead against Tunisia after drawing with Uganda 33-33. But they won the Elgon Cup after winning the first leg 23-18. How about that? But before we dwell into much of rugby, one of the major breaking stories this week has been the KPL Nabamba getting a new sports broadcast partner in Bamba Sports. The deal is worth 36.7 million. How about that? Since March this year, after pay TV broadcast partner for KPL Supersport broke out of Kenya and said, we cannot go on covering the KPL. 6 months down the line, Bamba is here and they are good to help the Kenya Premier League go ahead. The deal is worth 36.7 million and it will be a double head of matches for the days that they will be covering that, because they are also covering the NSL. Other sports journalists, you got to be happy about that. At last, the big boy market in the Kenya Premier League will be on air.
Yeah, that's something to celebrate about. Since the Supersport withdrew their sponsorship, we've been facing a lot of difficulties. The matches couldn't be shown live, but now we have another opportunity through Bamba Sports. We are hoping the same spirit, the Kenyan soccer spirit, will come back into the living rooms, and we are hoping now the Kenyan soccer will breathe a fresh life coming this weekend. But also the break from Supersport to Bamba, that sleepy window, it hasn't been so good, especially so for our players who could even be noticed by other clubs, who could be called to go and play professional soccer. So that window affected a lot in the professional perspective. As an analyst, I think it was not the best idea, and I hope the deal which Football Kenya Federation have signed with the Bamba Sport, it will last long for the benefit of the players and the entire Kenyan soccer fraternity.
Friend, you're talking as a member of the federation itself.
Good, man.
Yeah, 24 million will be given to production and 40 million will be for adverts and promotion. So all in all, this deal is worth 100 million. It is a good start for a local TV station going ahead to broadcast a league here in Kenya, and sports will be back in our newsroom. But also another big story was the Lion himself, Robert Matano, getting back to the Den. He coached them back in 2010-2011. He was a former player for the Den back in the days. He was with Ulinzi, but now he's back at the Den for the remainder of the season. For the last 6 months, Robert Matano will be the head of FC Leopards. Is he a good fit for the Den?
Yes, no.
Start with the no.
The no, why I'm rooting for a no is the timing. Timing has been very, very, very poor. You saw what happened. The team was playing in the tournament in Tanzania during the SportPesa Cup. They brought in a new coach who did not even last for a month, went away.
That was Gor Mahia.
That was Gor Mahia, which brought in the coach. But now, currently, the team has been facing a lot of problems with coaching out. And we normally feature Gor Mahia and EFC Leopards are the cream of the Kenyan soccer. So they are not setting a very good example to the Kenyan soccer fraternity. I think the area they know about the stability of the coaching staff, the better for the Kenyan soccer. But I don't think it's a very good idea. The assistant coach could have been given that role until the end of the season. I think that would have been better. But coming at this time, mid-season, almost mid-season, I don't think it's a very good tactical approach.
Look at the Lion himself there. He's a fierce man. He has led Ulinzi Stars for the better part of 2013, 2016, 3 years in a row, and managed to get them into third spot. He was the first coach with Sofapaka to win the league back in 2009, won the league with Tusker in 2012. He's a good guy for Leopards. Can he get them the remainder of the season? Not winning the league, but at most, get us to the top half of the table. Number 6, because they're lying at 12th on the table. And as it looks, FC Leopards might still be going down, down, down. Or what do you think?
Football has become more a bit scientific. I think there's a tactical part of it, the emotional part of it. They need some gelling with the coach, new tactics. They have adopted other types of tactics. Now coming in the new tactics almost mid-season, I don't think it would be a very good idea. I'm seeing, previewing somehow they'll finish in the mid-table this season. Yes, Roberts, yeah. Mid-season, I think will be a fair judgment, according to me.
This conversation goes on social media. You can talk to us using the hashtag #WhyInTheMorning at Kalamival, at Barimo, and at OSORO Bats. What's your hashtag, my friend? What's your Twitter handle?
EZRA Kadhi.
At EZRA Kadhi, and tell us everything that you feel about Feel Good Friday. Are you having fun? Many events this weekend, more so when it comes to sports, and this is also a Go TV weekend. But one big match will be the Kenya versus Tunisia, the Africa Gold Cup. Can we win that? Because 2019 will be the World Cup, and Kenya, I can assure you, we are still running ahead and trying to go and get into the World Cup in 2019. The Simbas have to be there. Coaching changes are the creme de la creme of football in Kenya, not only at FC Leopards, now at Gor Mahia. Dan Kerr is an Englishman, former Leeds United, now coming to Gor Mahia, try to lead them in their football games as they head to Everton in Tanzania to play against Everton. Do you also give the Englishman a chance or not? Because now FC have changed their coach, Gor Mahia have changed their coach. How do you see it playing out?
They say monkeys do, monkeys see. FC Leopards have done the same thing. Gor Mahia have replicated the same thing. So I'm seeing a scenario, the same thing which happened in Tanzania when Gor Mahia was playing the SportPesa. I'm seeing itself replicate itself. But if the Englishman could be relegated to the bench side, and Zendekaya Ziko Otieno could play the pivotal role in Gor Mahia as a technical bench as they take on the Everton side, I think it would be a very good idea. The team is arriving this week. The game is being played on Thursday.
Yes.
Coach is arriving tomorrow. So what difference would he make within a span of 4 days? I think it will be an uphill task. But all in all, nothing can be done for now. But if Zedekiah Ziko Otieno, I think would be the man who could have saved this team if he could have stayed for the remainder of the season.
But he will still be the assistant coach for Gor Mahia.
But now, with the big man now calling the shot, but we cannot also rule out the man. He has also played and coached in Africa. He was with the Simba FC, Mpulamanga of South Africa. I think he's quite fast with the East African soccer and the entire African soccer continent. And I think, given time, but I doubt, with the current scenario of in and out in Gor Mahia coaching staff, I don't think it will last. Remember, the Gor Mahia fans are very optimistic. Results, they go for results. And number one is their thing. Anything short of that, you are allowed.
Well, the former Leeds United and Sheffield Wednesday is the coach of Gor Mahia, Delian Kera. The 50-year-old was the under-18 manager at Chesterfield, and they will now be guiding Gor Mahia for the remainder of the season. We will be hoping for a long-term deal for him for Gor Mahia. How is he going to do that? It is a change in Gor Mahia. It is a change in FC Leopards. 38 matches, 15 matches have been played. At the end of the season, what will happen? Tusker, Gor Mahia still heading and leading that log, but FC Leopards on 12th. Ulinzi are coming back to the fray with Benjamin Nyangweso, the man who guided them to the 2010 KPL trophy. All this, it's all about football. Now, it is the transfers in England and worldwide. What do you think is happening? Breaking last night, Romelu Lukaku, the Everton talisman, is heading to Manchester United, according to British media reports. £75 million, he will be the third most expensive player to be ever sold in history. Romelu Lukaku for Manchester United. One story I read was, will he be a flop for United or will he succeed? Because he has not scored against top sides in England. The best he has done was against Liverpool, 1 goal, 2 goals against Man City, and he has never scored against Arsenal and Man United in top clashes. Is it going to work for United or not?
I think the scenarios are different, and remember he's coming into a very familiar ground. He's reuniting with Jose Mourinho. In 2014, the guy was signed by Jose Mourinho, but he was sent on loan to Everton.
Yes.
I think now coming back, he'll become a bit rejuvenated. He'll be meeting a very good side, filling the gaps of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, although it will be an uphill task. But I think the guy has all the guts to put the team where it belongs. I think Manchester United will be the team to watch this season.
This man, the former Anderlecht man, was Jose Mourinho never liked him. Always say he was not good enough for Jose Mourinho in his second spell at Chelsea, and they loaned him to West Brom and finally selling him to Everton at $28 million. Now for Manchester United, is coming at $75 million. What difference has Jose Mourinho seen in Romelu Lukaku that he never saw it when he was at Chelsea?
I think Lukaku was a second option to Jose Mourinho. Remember, he had a great interest with Real Madrid, Alvaro Morata, but the deal flopped because Real Madrid was asking for a very high signing of fee. Now that he knows the task which is ahead of him, I think he'll work extra hand to go and fill the shoes and also embrace Jose Mourinho. Remember, Mourinho is working day in out to make sure that he lives with the team this weekend as they fly for the summer training season. And I think once given the chance, the acclimatization, the chemistry, if it works well with other strikers in the Manchester United team, I think Manchester United striking force will be one of the big things to watch this season.
I gotta put you on the spot. Which team do you support in England?
In England, I normally go for Arsenal, but my big bet is in Spain, where I root for Barcelona.
Thank you for bringing back Arsenal into this conversation. Alexander Lacazette was signed for a record club signing fee of $46.5 million for Arsenal. How will it work out, the former Olympic Lyon man now heading to Arsenal? Are you happy, first of all, on getting Lacazette on that front line?
I'm happy about that, but most of the times, most of the Arsenal fans, they promise a lot, especially the team, but they prove during the hour of need. We've seen big signings like Alexis Sanchez, Mesut Ozil. When they came into the team, we had very high expectations. We thought that we are carrying the trophy, but when the season comes to an end, the same story, trophyless. So I don't think I read much in Lacazette coming into the Emirates, but I think Arsenal will improve. This season, they are not in the Champions League. They will be playing the second tier Europa League. But I think next season, they could finish among the top 3.
Hector Bellerin is in contract talks with Arsene Wenger to see if he can get a contract signing for Arsenal. Is a very good and key player for Arsenal. Mesut Ozil has decided that he might stay this season. Oliver Giroud is 50-50 on staying. Alexis Sanchez has not disclosed yet, but most of the rumors are saying if he is going to stay, he's commanding a large amount of salary, up to £400,000. If those kind of players stay, with the addition of Alexander Lacazette and any other player that Wenger can bring into the forte of Arsenal, will it be a good engine going forward? Because the Europa League is another tough assignment. Compare that to, you will now be playing on Thursday and also you'll be playing on Sunday.
For the first time in many years, I think Arsene Wenger has done something different from the issue. We've been used to him signing younger players with no experience. Now with the coming of such guys like Ragazati, we are hoping things could change, and if we can be able to convince the likes of Mesut Ozil, Alex Sanchez to stay in the team, I think the team can be able to rebound. And if they win the Europa League this season, I think it will be a big booster, and it will motivate them to do better this coming season. But the most undoing thing for Arsenal too is their fans. Last season, they were becoming so much unperturbed by the behavior of Mr. Arsene Wenger. They were calling for him to go. And I think if they can be able to give them their faith in totality, have hope in the team, I think fans, plus the technical bench and the new players who are coming, they can carry Arsenal to do good things this season.
Finally, before we leave this set, most of the rumors are happening in Europe. Which kind of rumor do you think will materialize and happen before the close of the transfer window come August?
We saw Wayne Rooney moving from Manchester United probably to his youngsters team, the Everton. I think it's one thing, probably we could be seeing Wayne Rooney going to Everton. Olivier Giroud, I'm 50-50. I don't think whether he'll be leaving Arsenal, but now with the team not playing in the Champions League, anything can happen. Every big player wants to play in the Champions League. Now Arsenal being out, I don't think most of the players are motivated to stay in the Arsenal team. So I think most of the things will be happening within the course of the week. And when the season transfer crosses, I think big things would have happened. But for now, I think Romero Lukaku, Lacazette are the big thing to happen this week in the English Premier League transfer window.
On Saturday, will you be at RFUA for Kenya versus Tunisia, and are you giving the Simbas a chance?
Definitely, I'm rooting for the Simbas to do well. Remember, they have dented hopes after being held 33-33 by Uganda Cranes in the first match. Currently, Uganda are in the tables, and I think Kenya will have to be at their best. And thanks to the return of the captain, Wilson Kopondo, will be taking the captain's armband from Brian Njikuri. I'm seeing the team will do better. The team announced yesterday by Coach Patuota. I think it's a very good sign. If they hold on tactically, the weather will be favoring them. Remember, Tunisia is an Arab team. They come from a very dry area. They are not acclimatized to the high altitude here in Nairobi. And I'm thinking if they can be able to hold their mettle, do minimal mistakes, I think the Simbas will soar high. And I have high belief that the Kenyan Simba will do wonders tomorrow. And I urge all the Kenyan fans to throng the rugby football reserving grounds so that we can cheer our team to victory, because Simba ni moja.
I want to thank you, Ezekiel, for coming on board here to talk to us on Why in the Morning, Spotlight on Sports, as we discuss football and the entire sports fraternity. Really appreciate it very much. That is it from us here on Y254 Spotlight on Sports. Remember, tomorrow, 12 to 2, will be the touchline. Don't forget, we'll be discussing in detail on the Kenya versus Tunisia before the match at 4 p.m. We had a chance to talk to former Kenya Rugby Union coach Felix Toti Ochieng, and they'll be giving us much of the analysis on how that team looks like. Leo Seje will be one of the new debutants, and they'll be there to try and play with Wilson Kopondo, who is a ball carrier, and back into the team. Joshua Chisanga, the Newcastle Falcons man, will be starting also in that match. Freestyle Friday goes on with Barrymore and Calamival here on Y254 in the morning. Enjoy the best of your breakfast and also enjoy the best of entertainment from Y254. You can also listen to Ezekiel every Monday to Friday on Kiembu FM here on KBC, and have a chance to hear your best sports in your local Embu language from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. For Robert OSORO, tomorrow, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., the touchline will be there to give you everything in sports. One best interview you don't want to miss out is two-time NBA champion and power forward James Michael, who was in Kenya, and basketball will be a big event. But also, the World Under-18 will be starting on 12th to the 16th next week. That is from Wednesday to Sunday. Don't forget to follow that match. Our mother channel, KBC Channel 1, is the host broadcaster, and all those events will be coming to you live here on Y254 and also at KBC Channel 1. Don't forget, some teams have started to arrive. Poland is already in town. Some teams have even one player for one event, but we are ready to go, and Kenya is ready to host the last edition of the IAAF Under-18 Championships. Robert OSORO for Y254 in the morning. Good morning.
Youth, a fleeting moment in a person's life, yet critical in the overall development. A period of endless possibility and a journey of self-discovery. Youth, when telltale signs of greatness are often spotted. Hence, the IAAF World Under-18 Championships, the great pool from whence future stars arise.
9-1 is shown on the clock. A full tenth of a second.
And for the first and last time, they come to our shores, right here at the cradle of mankind and the home of champions, Nairobi, Kenya. From the 12th to the 16th of July 2017, all roads will lead to Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, for the 10th and last edition of the IAAF World Under-18 Championships.
This is a very, very important event for Kenya because it's the first time that we are bringing together the whole world to participate in this country.
And so far we are in top gear in our preparations. We have confirmed our athlete village to be a Kenyatta University where all the athletes and their officials will be accommodated. We have also identified all the hotels that will be occupied and accommodating both the IAAF teams and all the officials, including the media. We are also in the process of signing the contracts for all the renovations at the stadium and also at Kenyatta University where all the preparations and training will take place.
With over 2,000 participants chasing gold, the eyes of the world will once again be firmly trained on Kenya.
You can imagine that value our country will leap, not just in sports, but also opening up opportunities in tourism and business.
As part of this preparation, we are also preparing the Team Kenya. We are supporting our preparations in every county. And they have been preparing this from last year.
For our young kids, we will identify very good athletes who are able to do well now in future.
Kwa hii talent, imenifanya nikajua vitu mingi, nikatembea. Ningeomba Wakenya wote wajitokeze. At least tuko position 1 kwa sababu last year part 1 ilikuwa position 2.
Oh, Kenya, we want to be number 1. We want to be number 1 and we are going to be number 1 in July. This is something that I call upon every Kenyan to support. We have promised IAAF that you're going to fill this stadium. The capacity of this stadium is 60,000. We want 60,000 people to come and support our team. And we want to see a huge celebration of Kenya sports inside this stadium come July. We are putting in a lot of work and we are not doing it for ourselves. We are doing it for our country and we want to make Kenyans proud. We want Kenyans to know that together we can achieve whatever we want to achieve.